I started this live stream, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 hours ago, and immediately shut it down. I had something happen that I needed to shut it down, and I shut it down. And I'm kind of glad I did, because something happened in the last few hours that kind of baffled me, for one thing, but it also backed up what I was thinking. And it also backed up an email I got. Um, I know I've got Republican democracy as the title. But I want to start with this because this is such an, and it kind of blew my mind. But this is why I have published my cell phone on my channel in many videos. I have. I don't edit anything, folks. And if I've given somebody my phone number, I don't even edit that. I never have. You guys can go all the way back to my beginning of when I was in Sheriff Blakely's office down in Limestone County. You can see I rattled my phone number off down there. No, it ain't the same number because now I have an Ohio number. But I've had it for a little while because my son lives in Ohio and he pays for it. But anyway, I get a phone call. And I'm going to, just, let's put it like this. If I knew who it was, I wouldn't probably tell you anyway. But I don't know who it was. It came up as a private number on my phone. Now, I have a lot of people blocked from my phone, even family members. So sometimes I answer those kind of phone calls. For some reason, I answered it a little while ago. This person asked me, I answered the phone. I said, hello. They said, are you Watachi? I said, who wants to know? Now, I'm going to tell you to start off, this was a woman's voice. A woman's voice. It was not like a teenage or a 20-some year old, 30-some year old woman. It was a woman's voice. How old, I don't really know, but I guarantee you they were at least older than 40, 45. They were older than that. So it wasn't no young person. But then again, there's at times during the conversation that it sounded like, to me, it was almost like a man doing a woman's voice. Whether it was or not, it was like, I don't know, there was at times that they were struggling to hold the voice, is what I'm saying. And I can't even do a woman's voice in any way, shape, or form. My voice will break up and not exist before it goes that high. I've tried it. I can't even scream. When I scream, it's a deep scream, you know. But it's like I'm telling you seriously, I don't know who it was. But this person explained to me, well, if you're Watachi, I want to tell you something. But if you're not, there's no reason for me to talk to you. I said, all right, well, I'm Watachi. But my name is Brian. And if you watch my videos, I give both. But she was wanting to use Watachi or whoever it was, whether it was a woman or who, I don't know. But they were wanting, Watachi was the name they wanted to use. Now, they explained to me that they had been watching, the first time they heard about me was my zoning department problem in the videos and everything I did. I went down and I talked to the, what do they call these people, that the trustees. I talked to two of, or one, I don't know if both of them were trustees or one of them was. I don't know. Both of them probably were trustees in Borman Township. But this is how long that's been a couple of years ago, folks. And I mean, that goes back before the video that I did with the cops in my yard and yelling at them. And so that goes back pretty far. And that's what she told me, is she has been following my channel since about that time. And she even told me, she goes, man, I thought you was a complete asshole. Well, you came into the zoning department. I heard about it, saw your video. She goes, I just thought you was a complete asshole. And she said, but the longer I watched, the more you said, and the more I found out what you was saying was true. And she also told me, she goes, I'm not going to tell you who I am, where I work. She said, all I will tell you is I'll tell you this. And she said, I work either for the Boardman Township Police Department or I work with the Boardman Township Police Department. That was as far as she would go. Now, once I told her I was Watachi, she was telling me, she goes, I just want you to know that. And these are the things she was mentioning, and this is why I say it matches up with an email that I got from Todd Worth, who is the Boardman Township Police Department police chief. And he sent me an email after I put in my my complaint on Steve Dubas. I put in several FOIA requests, public records requests, and got some of them. But he won't talk to me. He won't talk. Or I think I talked to him once on the phone, but they won't answer my calls. They won't have a meeting with him, so they deal with me in emails. And the email I got from the police department chief kind of matches up with some of what this person told me. Now, the other stuff I can't say whether it's right or wrong. It just kind of fits in, and it seems like to me that it's all true. One of the things she told me was that the police chief passed it down for these guys to, if I pulled in to talk to them, and I've done this with many of them, from sergeants all the way down through a lot of the patrol officers, just pull in and introduce myself. And even ask them, hey, do you know who I am? Because I'm telling you, I've stirred up a lot of shit around here. And I didn't want these guys to think I was a threat, because I'm not a threat. And she told me that they were told that if I pull in and talk to them, a complete report will be made upon that, no matter what. No matter what the conversation was. Even if I just pulled up next to him and said, man, do you know what time it is? I don't have a watch. My phone's broke. I can't. If I did that, they would have to do a complete police report on it so that it would be on the record. This way, somewhere down the road, they'd bring charges up on me for, what do you call it? What do you call it? Damn it. I want to use the right words, but it was basically I was stopping a law enforcement officer from doing his job. Because if he's pulled off on the side of the road, he's probably doing a report or something like that, and he's still doing his job and he don't have time to deal with me. So, obstructing a law enforcement officer from doing his job. That was what I was told by the police chief in my email. That would happen if I kept it up. And this person told me the plans were they would they would let it go on a little bit, and everybody that wrote the police reports up, they would stack them up until they could just charge me with it, arrest me for it, and run me down the damn same route again. Well, that kind of fit with the email that I got from the police chief. I can't say she's lying, or whoever it was lying. So then she was telling me that they were all told, people, I get up about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm at my house before dark. I don't leave my house during the winter. That's what, 6 o'clock, 5, 6 o'clock. During the summer, right now, it's about 9 o'clock, 9:30 maybe. But I'm home before that. I don't even wait. I don't work until 9 o'clock. But she told me all 3 shifts were told that they had to make these reports if they were, if I talked to them for any reason. They were also told that, what was the other thing? Yeah. If they were talking to me, they were to tell me I was driving without a license. That was one of the things she told me, that these officers, all of them, not just day shift or whatever shift, the people that deal with me in my area or whatever, no, they were told across the board. That if I talked to them, there had to be a complete police report made, and that they would have to tell me that I was driving without a license. Now, that's kind of backed up by my video that I told you guys about pulling up next to Steve Dubas, the officer that supposedly wrote the ticket that has me in court here in 2 days for driving on a suspended license. He drove up next to me and started yelling at my car. You don't have a license. You don't have a license. I was laughing my ass off. Drove away from there. He followed me down behind me in the other lane, but he stayed behind me. I was waiting for him to fall in behind me and pull me over. Never did. Pulls up next to me, starts yelling, you don't have a license. You don't have a license, out of his car window, folks. I was rolling. I was horse fucking laughing. Tears running down my face. I couldn't believe that. Second time when he told me, I told him, you better mind your business and move along. And he did. this woman told me that all these police officers were supposed to tell me I was driving without a license if they talked to me. Now, I guess they forgot about the video I put online where their officer ran my driver's license and said it was good. They forget about that shit, folks. She told me some other shit. I'm trying to think. Just happened a little while ago, and it just blew my mind. I wish I'd had it recorded. I really do. I wish I'd had it recorded. You guys would have loved it. Anyway, man, that wasn't what this video is about anyway. But or this stream's about. But I just want to let you guys know that shit. Here they are. I'm 2 days before trial. I'm finding out they're still conspiring. Boardman Township police officers are still conspiring. Now, I'm not saying any of them's doing it, because there ain't. But if they are, in the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 days, hell, I've been trying to get a hold of the 2 officers that I had summons into court. I even talked to the captain about it. So all these other officers has been telling me the 2 guys I've been looking for ain't even on duty. I guess they've been having to write reports like crazy. It's a wonder when they see me, they don't run the other way just to keep from having to write the reports. It's funny, folks. And if I'd have known I was doing that to them, I wouldn't have done that to them. Hell, if they're doing it, I don't even know that they're doing it. But that's what I was told, and I just want to let you guys know. Now, let's get on to this republic or democracy. Now, I went straight to your guys's, and I'm going to have to cut this way down because I'm already 17 minutes in. But I went straight to Google. Typed in difference between republic and democracy. And any of you can do it. Now, came up with, and I wrote this down so I could give it to you word for word. Republic. This is what Google says. A state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives. A state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives. Democracy. A system of government. Now, republic was a state in which supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives. A democracy, people, listen. A system of government by the whole population or all the eligible members of a state, typically through elected representatives. Why do you think they want open borders? Why do you think they want everybody from South America and Mexico to come in here? Why do you think they let all the Muslims when they let all the Muslims in there? Why do you think they let all the other people that they come in here from everywhere? They want them here. Why? Because most of them come from communist countries. Once they're used to it, they'll come up here and vote for it. And that's what it says. A system of democracy, a system of government by the whole population. A system of government by the whole population. A system, period, is an ideology. There's no reality to it. It's just somebody's idea of how to run a government. That's why they call it a system of government by the whole population. Well, you open up your borders and let all these people in. Well, the people that are actually citizens, because that's what the Constitution said, that only citizens of the United States can vote in their elections. It's not true today, folks. Now, in a republic, let's put it like this. In the Republic of the United States of America, if you wanted to change the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, or any other amendment, you didn't get majority rule bullshit. Majority rule in a republic does not change the Constitution. Ever. It takes, in a republic, 100% across the board for everybody to vote on whether an amendment could have been changed. Why do you think they changed you to a democracy? Oh, about 20 years before the Civil War. They didn't change us 20 years before. 20 years before the Civil War was when these two books that came out on American democracy, I think it was 1830. And these two books were all over Europe, all over, they were everywhere. They were big time sellers. And where do you think they got the ideas from, folks? Now, in the world today, everybody's a democracy other than China and Russia. Isn't that funny? 1830s, two books, people, called American Democracy. Is what started this democracy bullshit. And like I've told you before, everything that has happened bad in this country leads right up to, I think it was, what was it? I think it was Evolution, came out in like 1830 or something like that, right before the Civil War, and then, or 1820 or something like that. And hell, Big Bang Theory didn't even come out until 1930. 1930, folks. But anyway, there's a vet that was sitting outside this store that I made 3 trips into today. And so I saw him, or no, 2 trips. I only saw him twice. There was 3 trips involved, but I picked 2 trips up at the same time. So I only made 2 trips in there. The first time I seen him sitting there, and I didn't say nothing. Because I can piss people off with just asking a question. Especially a vet. But the second time I came through, I'd heard him talking, and he was set up to, he was trying to get money for veterans and stuff. And so I loaded up what I had, and I walked back over to him, and I asked him, I said, "Are you a vet, sir?" And he said, "Yeah." And I stuck my hand out, and he shook my hand. He goes, "But I'll tell you, I'm not the vet that my dad was. He was in World War II. And I said, "Oh, what do you mean you're not the same? You was a vet, you're a vet. Doesn't matter." I said, "My dad was in the Korean War, Chosin Reservoir." I said, "The first time I took that oath that you guys, all these vets take, I was 19 years old. And I took it a couple more times in my lifetime after that for certain things. But I asked him, I said, if you think about it, man, Even the vets are calling this country a democracy today. We started as a republic. And if everybody, including me, had taken that oath and kept it, then that republic and our Constitution would be stronger today than it was when it was signed and when the Bill of Rights was signed after the War of Independence. If every oath keeper would have kept their oath, that Constitution wouldn't, there ain't a politician that would touch that Constitution. Nobody would even mention doing anything against the Constitution. Because our vets are in the police departments and everywhere. Fire departments are everywhere. So if the vets kept their oaths, there wouldn't be no police officers out here breaking their oaths. And then there's the police officers that were never in the military, but they still took the same oath. Well, of course, this old guy, he didn't want to admit it. He didn't want to admit it. He didn't want to admit that no vet that took an oath, no politician that took an oath, nobody that works for the government in any way, shape, or form that took that oath kept it. Because if he denied that he didn't keep his oath, or if he accepted the fact that he didn't keep his oath, then he couldn't walk around claiming hero status. Could he? So no, there's no vet's going to admit they didn't keep their oath because they're not going to give up the hero status. And I hate to say it, the Marines are even the worst of all of them. And I'll tell you, people, my dad loved the Marines because they come in and saved his ass in the Chosen Reservoir. My son's a Marine, ex-Marine, ex-combat Marine, Iraq War. I've known a lot of Marines. And I'm sorry, but they are the worst at claiming heroes out of guys that never kept their oaths and aren't keeping them right now, active or not. Anybody that calls the United States of America a democracy, you are a traitor to the forefathers. Everybody that thought they were fighting for, or no, I can't say that. Everybody that fought before the Civil War, that was fighting for our rights and freedoms and our Constitution and our right to be a free state, all those people that died before the Civil War died in vain because the Civil War did nothing but bankrupt the country. They killed the president immediately after and brought in the fucking Federal Reserve in 1871. IRS showed up not long after that. Let me see, people. This is getting long, so I'm going to start reading, make sure I'm covering everything. Uh, okay. All right, that's it, guys. That went longer than I wanted because I wanted to talk about that phone call. But that is, people, we ain't never been a democracy. You've been brainwashed into thinking we're a democracy. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. Wait a minute. For which it stands. It's been a long time since I said it. Let's see. And for the republic for which it stands. Under one. Wait a minute. Hell, see, it's been a long time, but I know it. I got it up to just past the republic part. Okay, let me try it again here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands under. That's throwing me off right there. Why is that? And to the republic for which it stands. I can't, brain fart. I can't come up with it. What is it after that, folks? It doesn't say democracy. I can't believe that. I'm going to have to look it up when I get off here now. That pisses me off. Or I'll come up with it before, but I ain't looking at it. But I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands. One nation. Oh, that's it. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, for liberty and justice for all. That's it right there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Jesus. You put it all in there for me. You got it all. Indivisible. That had to come in there too. So Jesus pushed that on in there. But you guys, if you guys just showing up, I've seen you out there, Trina. You'll have to go back and watch. I had a good announcement. I was struck with it. It's been many years since I said that pledge. And so, but when I got mad and I pumped it out, Jesus even reminded me of the indivisible and all of it. So I thank Jesus for that. He got it all in. But nowhere in it does it say democracy. But I'm glad you showed up. Nobody else did. So I sit out here and talk to myself all the time. But make no mistake, folks. God loves you and so do I. There's only one way out of this. That's through Jesus Christ. And I hope you knock on that door and he'll let you in. But you got to walk through. He ain't going to carry you through. You guys have a good day. And if you didn't hear what I started with, you ought to go back and watch it, Trina. We'll catch you later, guys. Have a good one.